My driller. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome along to ABS Tier 3 here at Paul Ricard Circuit. Paul Ricard here in the beautiful country of France. Alongside me in the commentary box today, for the first time ever, I am commentating with a man who is known only as a legend in ABS Tier 4. He goes by the name of Swinners28. Say hi, Swinners.
Hello. Yeah.
It's been a long time coming, this duo, hasn't it, Swinners?
It has indeed. Finally.
Yeah, we've always said we need to commentate together. It's just never quite happened. But today it has happened because I've last minute been drafted in to commentate Tier 3 due to, I believe, Tony dying and Jarv having to do sweaty TSRL races. So yeah, I'm here with Swinners to bless this ABS Tier 4 race with all the people that I don't know. So it's going to be a little bit difficult to get used to. I know a fair few of them, just not all of them. So yeah, the qualifying session has just started. As you can see, none of the drivers have set lap times just about yet. So there'll be all the drivers that are out there on the circuit at the moment will be coming round to begin their first laps of the session. You can see a bit of traffic forming in the final sector there. The first person to come across the line to begin their lap will be Maka7555. And to kick off the qualifying session, I will ride on board with him just to give a track. I've just realised he's invalidated already before he even got to the first corner. So he's invalidated it on his outlap. I hate it when the game does that. It's so gay. Who's the next person that's on a lap? It's Criminestro, but I don't like him, so I'm going to spectate Beans. Beans F1. We're going to pretend that Criminestro doesn't exist and watch Beans F1 as he makes his way round the first couple of corners. He's quite close to the back of the McLaren ahead of him, actually. So he may be getting a little bit of dirty air from the back of the McLaren in front of him, but it will do nothing to deter the absolute man, the myth, the legend, Beans F1, as he comes into the chicane fully committed on the entry, gets a nice clean exit. He's gaining on that McLaren in front of him, so he is gaining ultra speed on the person ahead of him. That shows that he is in a world of his own at the moment, Beans F1, as he now comes into the right-hander, which is very satisfying if you do get it right, and Beans F1 does get it right, if not a slight touch wide there. Oh, the hell, where did Emma K-Boy come from? I didn't realise he'd started lap. But yeah, so that is the benchmark time then, a 29.275. Beans F1 and this McLaren, who will remain unnamed, are coming round the final corner now. So let's see where they go. The irrelevant McLaren crosses the line just about now. Where does he go? He goes second with a 29.7. Beans F1 goes fastest with a 21.1. Go-to time there from Beans F1, but only to be beaten by Gogglesort in the Haas. My man doing bare bits for Haas still. Just Dylan Boy slots into second position in the Renault. So we've got 8 times Jet Belly, the slowest of all, a 32.8. That's a fairly slow time. Just a little, it's a little bit off. But JRT Barker has now gone quickest, only to be replaced by how do you say that? Basilisk, I believe. Basilisk 4985. So I don't know him, so it's a little bit difficult to get used to. But I'm sure I'll do it fairly well. Swinner28.
Yes.
Do you commentate Tier 3 on a regular?
I think I did it pre-season. That was it. So,
okay, so you're just about as useless as me then with these names.
Basically,
I was going to ask who you thought would be a contender for pole position, but you don't really know any of them.
Oh, I know JLT Barker's quick. He could probably get it. Let's have a look. I'm going to look at the standings.
Okay. You have a quick look at the standings. Oh, it's Jasper's retired, for God's sake. Jasper, why are you doing this to me, man? But yeah, so that's one Haas out already, with about 7 minutes already done. So yeah, so in the next 7 minutes, Gogglesort will probably suffer the same fate, because it always seems to happen. Tier 3 being one of the most prominent unlucky Haas places. But yeah, But yeah, JRT Barker, yeah, I know him.
Yeah,
I know he's
F40 lost
speed.
missed as well. He's
I know
currently
him
leading
as
the
well.
championship by 2 points.
Who is second? Barker?
Yeah, Barker. And then Leclerc, he's in third. Then Bosch. And then Fildrum. Then Zebra Fuge, whatever you call it. Then Utah Elephant. Then MK Boy. Then Attack. And then Charlie. That's the top 10. So.
Alright, thank you very much for that insight there. Swinners 28. So, yeah, it's probably a kind of a decent idea of the contenders today. Not sure how many of them are actually racing. I would hope that the majority of them are. But yeah, FRT Lost Miss, the championship leader. Let's see where he goes. He's in set. Oh, actually, no, never mind. He peels off into the pit lane. So he will be not completing that lap time. I would only imagine that it was either really, really bad or he invalidated it. I didn't quite see. According to my minimap, it wasn't invalidated, so maybe he just didn't think it was very good. And he's peeled off into the pits and aborted that lap. But yeah, so hopefully we should have a good battle. I did announce in the Tier 3 updates earlier today that I wanted to see an exciting race from the drivers. So hopefully they will honour that and give me an exciting showdown. Ruben, who was in the party a little bit earlier, said that there should be a good battle of strategy today. So hopefully there will be a good race. I did do Tier 1 the other day, and that was a fairly good race as well. So yeah, hopefully it's good, and hopefully it's better than the real life versions on this track. But it's always exciting in ABS, isn't it, Swinners?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a pretty boring track to be honest, but hopefully you'll see a good race. I'm hoping we do. So, yeah, I'm hoping to pick up some things ready for a race tomorrow, which I'm hoping to have another good result. Because I'm on a good run of form at the moment. So.
Yeah, Swinners 28. Of course, if any of you live under a rock, you will know. Well, if any of you do live under a rock, then you won't know. But Swinners 28. He's won races in Tier 4. He's goated, and like, he may even win the championship.
Oh,
and,
I mean, I'm a sixth, so probably not, but...
Shh. Stop putting me down. I'm giving you encouragement and belief, and you're just shutting me down. But yeah, maybe the season after next season, we could see Swinners 28 in this tier. Only time will tell, I suppose. Wouldn't you agree with that, Swinners?
Yes, I would like to think I would be, but... I mean, to be honest, I'd rather stay before I win it than go up to tier 3.
Well, once you do win it, you can come here.
Exactly. So hopefully I can do that soon.
Yeah, so keep your eyes peeled, ladies and gentlemen. He's working his way up the order yet. Swinners 28. He's in Tier 4 right now, but this is his master plan. He's going to win Tier 4 next season, get promoted to Tier 3, then have a rubbish first season in Tier 3, then win Tier 3, and then so on, up the order, until he gets to Tier 1. It's a bit like it's like he's climbing the junior ranks in a way, like Formula 4, Formula 3, Formula 2, and then eventually Formula 1. That is Swinners 28's plan.
That's exactly what it is.
As someone has got off. Pardon?
I said that's exactly the plan.
That is exactly the plan. See, I can read your mind, Swinners. But yeah, Raptor F1 was the man who had gone off. I say man, not many of these guys are over the age of 18. But yeah, for dramatic purposes, we'll call him a man. Yeah, he went off, I believe, in the final set, and that was the cause of the yellow flags. It's JLT Barker has now gone fastest with a 27.7. So that is 4/10 quicker than any of his nearest competitors. So that is a very, very speedy lap time indeed from the Williams driver. So JLT Barker looking like he is on incredible... Oh god, I tripped over my words there. Incredible form, and he'll be looking to get the win as he's 8/10 up now, but that is kind of because he cut the first corner. So we'll ignore that. But yeah, so let's see. Is anyone else on lap? Basilisk, the second place driver at the moment, he's nearly a 10th up through the first sector, so he is not going to go down without a fight. Basilisk will be wanting to challenge challenge JLT Barker. And something I've just noticed, Beans F1 has gone third fastest as well. So Beans F1 looking like a very speedy guy indeed at the moment in that Mercedes car. I believe last week he was P8 or P9 I saw somewhere on his Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly. I believe he was P5 before an unlucky safety car put an end to that. But yeah, so Beans F1, he's coming here with something to prove. As Just Dylan Boy now goes into the top 3. So now 2 Renaults are in the top 3. They are looking to perform today, aren't they? Because this is their home race. Not many French drivers in ABS. So there's not too much, what's it called? What's that? Is it patriotism?
Yeah. Yes,
I think. Yeah. Yeah, when they love their own country.
Yeah.
There aren't many French drivers in ABS, but of course Renault being a French team, I'm sure they'll want to do well here today. And they are looking very, very good indeed at the moment. Someone's gone off in the first sector, I believe. Yeah. No. Yeah, it was Fildrum. But I believe I think he's hit low fuel mode. Yes, he has. So that is why Fildrum is going slowly. Mince Winners were having a conversation about him the other day, weren't we, Swinners?
Yeah, I think we were. Definitely were. I remember that now. Yeah. Interesting conversation.
Yeah, because Fildrum is the McLaren team leader. And his absolutely professional, amazing post that he puts up on the ABS McLaren Instagram. So yeah, I rate them. I do rate them quite a lot, and so do Swinners. I mean, Fildrum is technically the McLaren team leader, but the role has kind of fell upon Nathan to do that. It's kind of like a Frank and Claire Williams situation, where like Fildrum is the actual team principal, but he doesn't do anything. So yeah, it falls upon Busy Gorgon to do the McLaren team stuff. Yeah, moving away from the interesting inner workings of McLaren, let's put it. We must go back to the qualifying session. We have 4 minutes and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have 4 minutes to go in this qualifying session. When that timer hits 0, that is when there is no more time to set any laps, in case, well, you're a bit brain dead and you didn't know that. But yeah, something else is interesting. Leclerc 25, aka Bo, has not set a lap time yet, and he is currently taking rather adventurous line through the first sector. So yeah, Bo is, I think he's had a couple of race wins this season. Currently sitting 15th. No, he has set a lap time, but it's a 30.5, so that's about 3 seconds adrift. That's what you would expect from me, but not from a multiple race winner in this tier. So Bo will be wanting to get himself up the order. He's currently on the medium, so he's looking for potential one-stop strategy on those tyres. We've got yellow flags. Bo is creating yellow flags as he goes along, but he's not actually driving that slowly, so I'm not sure what the logic is in that, and Bo's got to be quite careful actually, because if he cuts the track too much in this final sector, then his next lap time will be invalidated. But I think he's going for the pits actually. Yes, he is. So Bo, I believe he'll probably go onto the softs then to try and set his final lap time of the session. 2 minutes 40 seconds to go, so not much time left at all. Only 2 drivers that haven't set lap times yet. Actually no, 4, 5. 2 drivers that haven't set lap times that are on track, Dariob and or Dayrob. I've called him Dariob for so long, but noticed recently that it's spelled Dayrob. So it's a little bit difficult to get used to. But yeah, he's 19th. He hasn't set a lap time at the moment, and neither has the championship leader, FRT Lostmus. You can see him on your screens now as he goes down the back straight with his DRS wide open as he comes into the chicane, nicely kissing the apexes there. Now getting on the power nicely indeed. Ruben, of course, wanted to get himself out of 20th position as his teammate, Leclerc 25. I really want to say SOR Leclerc, but he's not called that anymore. So Leclerc just sounds bad, but FRT Lost Miss ran slightly wide there, so that will cost him maybe a tenth or two, and that's definitely not helping his cause as he is in 20th position and his championship rival is first. So this is, well, the pressure is on FRT Lost Miss at the moment as he comes through the final sector now at an outrageous amount of speed, and now he comes into the final corner, puts his foot flat to the floor towards the line. DRS opening now. Let's see where he comes in. The line is quite a long way down the straight, and he gets to it now and goes only 7th. But he is on the mediums, so that's not too bad a time. Actually, no, that's a really good time for the mediums because no one else in the top 10 is on the mediums. So that's actually quite good for FRT Lost Miss because he can start on those mediums and do a one-stop strategy, I would imagine. So yeah, that's actually quite good for him. But yeah, ooh, jeez, he's got to be careful as one of the Williams there nearly goes into the back, and that's JRT Barker. So his championship rival nearly went into the back of him. And that would have been quite awkward as Dayrob goes through your screens there, obviously on a flying lap, trying to get himself out of 20th position. We got 38 seconds to go, so this is where everything spices up, doesn't it? See Gogglesaw here going through the final sector, trying to make it to the flag in time. I believe they fixed that glitch now where the timer stopped on the commentator screen but didn't for the drivers, so that's good. Makes it a little bit less confusing. And imagine that it hasn't, that they fixed that because everyone is out on track at the moment. We've got yellow flags. Who is that? That was Raptor, I believe, who was going slowly, and they're all queuing up in the final sector now. And to be honest, I don't think Raptor's going to make it. Neither is just Dylan Boy. With 2 seconds to go, unless I take it back and that... okay, I'm not quite sure, because no one's got a checkered flag. That's confusing. Okay, well, I said that they'd fixed it, apparently not, I guess. But yeah, this driver's still on outlaps. For God's sake, Codemasters, I praised you, and you've done me like this. Honestly.
Disappointing.
Right then, so... yeah, very disappointing. I agree, Swinners. But yeah, the timer is now at 0. Well, the timer is now at 0 for us, but not for them. So lap times will still be being completed, or started rather, as Raptor invalidates already. So he is going to be starting 15th at best, because I don't believe he'll be able to get round in time for another lap. But yeah, when the checkered flags are coming now. So I believe that is the timer hitting 0. For the drivers, who will be the first one to come across the line? I believe it will be Maka. Yeah, Maka. So Maka out of the final corner, but he's invalidated, and he's so Maka will only be starting 13th. So that is a major L for him as JRT Barker now retires from the session. So that is it for the current provisional pole sitter. So yeah, let's see then. Here come the challengers. Well, can anyone beat that lap time set by JRT Barker? Out of the final corner for MNK Boy. He's the first person out of all these drivers to set a lap time. He's currently 12th. Where will he go? He goes 4th. Great time there from MNK Boy. Next driver to come across the line is one of the Renaults. It was Basilisk. So the second place man can only manage second. As in the background, that is a humongous crash for one of the McLarens, I believe. Yeah, that was the... well, it's irrelevant, man, so I don't really care that much. But yeah, he is out of the session. He's going to be starting 14th, and well, literally no one finished their lap. Okay, interesting. Well, that's the end of the qualifying session. So JRT Barker pole position, Basilisk alongside Fildrum 3rd, Jet Belly 4th. I didn't see that actually. Jet Belly went 4th right at the last minute. Just Dylan Boy, he starts 5th for Renault. MNK Boy 6th. Beans F1. What flag is that? Do you know?
Venezuela, I believe. Venezuela.
I'm not saying that. That's too much of a mouthful. But he starts 7th. Gogglesaw starts 8th. Utah Elephant 9th. And FRT Lost Miss, the championship leader on the medium tyres, starts 10th. So that is the top 10. I'll go through the rest of the grid when the drivers are on the formation lap. What is your bet, Swinners 28 for the win?
I think it's going to be JRT Barker. I think he's going to take the win. Starting from pole, I think he's got a good chance of running away with it, to be honest, unless there is safety cars, which there probably will be. But yeah, I think he's...
It's very difficult to have safety cars at this track, so...
Yeah, but, I mean, yeah, it's ABS, so it's bound to be at least...
That's true, actually.
That's true. Yet, so it could be interesting.
Yeah. Be sure to catch that tomorrow at 6 PM. I'll be there once again, hopefully with Kubi, if he does turn up, you'll be able to see the man that I'm commenting. Well, I say man, he's 15,
Yeah,
14,
15.
15. So not really a man. The middle-aged child. You'll see him driving tomorrow, hopefully winning. We'll do a bit of training after this, Swinners, and then we can get you good, and then you'll win.
Yeah.
But yeah, be sure to see Tier 4 tomorrow. But for now, we've got to focus on Tier 3. So the timer hits 0 now. So let's see then who... Well, why am I saying who? I don't know where I was going with that. But let's say the... God, I can't speak! The... What's it called? Formation lap. The formation lap gets underway. Then JRT Barker leads them on this formation lap. JRT Barker, I'll go through the grid now. JRT Barker starts on pole position. I believe he's taken multiple race wins so far this season. I haven't really looked at much of Tier 3, so I wouldn't know for sure. Basilisk, another man I do not know. He starts second alongside JRT Barker in the Renault Fieldroom. The, well, how do I say this? The team leader of McLaren that isn't the team leader of McLaren. He starts the Jet Belly 1, who was previously in Tier 2. He starts 4th. I've commentated for times. What a lovely, lovely guy. Actually, no, I did hate him for a while because he did crash into me once. So I did hate him for a little bit, but I like him now, so he starts 4th. Just Dylan Boy starts 5th, just behind him in the other Renault. MNK Boy. The boys start alongside each other, just Dylan Boy and MNK Boy. That's mad. But yeah, so MNK Boy starts 6th, just ahead of the man, the myth, the legend, Beans F1. He starts 7th for Mercedes. Gogglesaw, one of my drivers, he is starting in the top 10, which is nice to see. Hopefully continuing has his run of points every week. For about 3 weeks now, so it's not that great, but it's better than nothing. Utah Elephant, I was in a party doing open lobbies with him the other day. A decent fella, but he did straight line me a couple of times, so don't rate him that much. FRT Lossmith, the championship leader, he starts 10th on the medium tyres. The only driver in the top 10 to qualify on the medium tyres. He starts 10th, as I keep on, I'm kind of repeating myself. Elfin Starfish, I'll just call him Starfish. He starts 11th, because Elfin Starfish is too much of a mouthful to say. Bleep, bloop. Bosch, that's a mouthful as well. He starts 12th, also on the mediums tyres. Maka starts 13th for Racing Point. Criminestro, don't like him. He starts 14th ahead of Charlie 106 TT, one of the first drivers to join the lobby. What a mad lad. Raptor F143, he starts 16th in the other Racing Point. Leclerc, previously known as SOR Leclerc, he starts 17th today ahead of Jasper Plays 999, who did not complete the qualifying session, so he will be starting at the back of the grid. For God's sake, how on earth do you say that? The other Mercedes starts 19th. Dayrob lines up 20th. And now the lights will... Well, the lights are already coming on, but not for the drivers because of the lovely glitches in this game. Someone's already gone. That's the Mercedes of... I think... Oh, yeah, that's why we were meant to invite him back.
I did
forgot to tell you to do that.
I did.
Oh, you did invite him back?
I invited him back,
okay.
yeah. Obviously didn't join.
Oh, that's good then. Okay, so thank you for that, Swinners. Right then, the revs are rising now. Yep, they are. I can hear them. So imagine there's 5 lights, and 5 lights are out, and away we go. It's a good start for JRT Barker. I believe he's got the jump on Basilisk, but oh, here comes Jet Belly around the outside of both Renaults as they go into turn 1. It's JRT Barker from Jet Belly. Oh no, Jet Belly's run wide, so that is giving opportunity to Basilisk. Basilisk goes back up into 2nd place, but Jet Belly is fighting it as they go into the chicane. Beans F1 also going side by side there with Utah Elephant in the background. It's JRT Barker from Basilisk, from Jet Belly, from Just Dylan Boy, from Utah Elephant. Beans F1 follows. MNK Boy 8th, Fieldrum 9th. That's not a great start from the man who I believe... I can't remember where he started, but it's P3. Not the best start. P3, yeah, I thought he started high up. He's now down in 9th, so disastrous start for the McLaren driver. In the background, we've got Gogglesaw and Charlie going side by side. It's very, very difficult to pick out. Into the chicane we go. Gogglesaw inches ahead of Charlie. In the background, the 2 Racing Points dicing over 15th and 16th. Leclerc getting past Bleep, Bloop, Blosh there. He's up to 7th. Well, actually, no. Back up to 17th. He lost places off the start. Back up the front. Utah Elephant and Beats F1 swapping places. Utah Elephant just about stays ahead. Beats F1 stays 7th. So after the first lap, fairly clean. JLT Barker's got a very, very clean start indeed. He's kept the lead and got a little bit of gap to Basilisk, Jetbelly, and the other Renault of Just Dylan Boy. So Jetbelly in a bit of a Renault sandwich at the moment. He'll be looking to get past Basilisk. He was momentarily ahead of Basilisk at the very start, but it was quickly taken away from him as he ran wide, and he knew he would have to give that position back as they come to complete lap 1. It is the Mercedes AI which leads, unless he's come back. That would be mad if he did. No, he hasn't. So yeah, so he will be caught very, very quickly indeed. So this is the actual race. Something stuck to my lip. Ugh, that's not nice. So yeah, JLT Barker, this is the actual race leader. When he catches up to the Mercedes, that will all sort itself out as we got yellow flags in the back. No! For God's sake. Calm, stay calm, stay calm. Gogglesaw round and in 20th position. Don't you just love to see it? You do love to see it. Gogglesaw and Jasper running 19th and 20th for Haas. It's always tier 3. Whenever I turn on tier 3, I always see them running 19th and 20th and want to shoot myself. But oh well, it's okay. It's not, but oh well. Leclerc and Blue Blosh going side by side a little bit further up the road. Leclerc trying to make up for that disastrous qualifying session. He started on the hards and he's made his way up to 16th, so he's gained 1 place, but that was because Jasper had a disastrous start, and here he's dropped down. Leclerc trying to get past Blue Blosh. He's got to be careful through here. That'll be very, very ballsy indeed if he can get it off. And we know that SOR Leclerc, well, SOR Leclerc had balls. Leclerc obviously doesn't, because he doesn't have the SOR in his name. But he has made his way past Blue Blosh, and he is up to 15th position. Nothing else going on towards the front. Everyone else is being fairly well behaved, all running in a nice orderly train as they come to complete lap 3, and Dirus is now enabled, so this is where the overtakings really begin, because the little letterbox in the back of the cars begin to open up, and it makes it a little bit easier to overtake. But here comes Phil on Beans F1 into turn 1. Beans F1 stays ahead for the time being. Phildrum gets a nice bit of understeer there, and it's cost him a little bit of time. Beans F1 stays ahead. Swinners.
Yes.
When I say that, you're supposed to like give your rundown as well. So, Raptor's off. Raptor is, yep, something's happened to him. I wonder if he's had contact with anyone. It would be, that's a weird place to spin on your own. So that is, yeah, that's a strange one. Raptor F143 now runs 19th, the second spinner we've had so far in 3 laps. So he is now a long way off the field. Swinners 28, your view on the start, please.
Quite eventful, to be honest. We also saw the Mercedes AI run off. It's already about to be overtaken though, which is shows how highly skilled the AI are. But yeah, a very eventful start. Obviously, Phildrum going all the way from P3 down to P9. He's now running a P7 though.
P7.
He's got past Beans.
He's got past Beans.
Jinx. Haas cars having a stinker.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you for pointing that out, Swinners.
I believe FRT has lost a position as well. And also, yeah, that's the finale.
Oh, what's happened? Yellow flags. F1, yeah, Raptor's out. So, and that is a virtual safety car. Damn it! I wanted a full safety car, but it's a virtual. So yeah, that is the first retirement of the session. Understandably, leaves immediately. Gogglesaw peels off into the pits. So I wonder if he's got damage. You love to see it, don't you? As he engages his pit limiter to go and get a fresh set of tyres, and I would imagine a new front wing once again. So yeah, the racing will get back underway fairly soon, I would imagine, because the Raptors car has now disappeared, so it should be getting back underway fairly soon. Nothing to report. Swinners, would you say you're biased towards McLaren?
Slightly. Not
slightly. Oh, as I say that, Phildrum drive through. So the man running. Well, I say man. I always say that. None of these guys are men. I keep saying that. But yeah, so the driver running in 7th has got himself a drive-through penalty in the background. MNK boy, or no, is it? Who the? Oh god, I nearly swore there. That would have been bad. But yeah, I believe it was Beans F1 and Starfish going side by side. Red Bull versus Mercedes. We've seen this a little bit in real life. Beans F1 not happy with that whatsoever. He knows he wants to get past that Starfish in the Red Bull in front of him. He's probably in disbelief as to how a Starfish is controlling a Formula 1 car. Pun of the century right there. But yeah, but Starfish does stay ahead of the Bean. I mean, it's kind of mad that a Bean couldn't drive an F1 car, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, that's the world we live in, I suppose. As they're all now making their way past the AI of that Mercedes. I still can't say it. In the background, a bit further back, we've got position changes. I believe Dayrob got past Bleep, Boop, Bosch, and yeah, that's just the AI getting past. Oh, it's so confusing. I hate that glitch. Oh, is that FRC? Yeah, it's FRC Lost Smith trying to capitalise out of this and get past Beans F1, and he has gotten past Beans F1. So FRC Lost Smith, after losing one position at the start, he is back up to 8th position. Beans F1 lost a position. Didn't even know what hit him. So Beans F1, that's 2 positions lost in 1 lap now. So disaster lap for Beans F1. I'm sure he'll be wanting to forget lap 4 in a big hurry indeed. Now FRC Lost Smith is in no mood to stop there. He's now right on the back of the Starfish in the Red Bull right in front of him. He will have DRS on this straight, but I believe so will the Starfish. So yeah, he does. So the Starfish will be able to stay ahead fairly easily here as they go down the back straight. Beans F1 getting passed again by MNK Boy. Now they both got DRS into the chicane. They go inside line for the Alfa Romeo, but Beans F1, the wise old fox, tries to hang it around the outside, but MNK Boy, the even wiser old fox, holds it round the outside and does get the position. So Beans F1 losing yet more places. He's down in 10th now. And he's got company of Charlie right behind him as well, so he could be dropping down further. Disaster for Beans F1 in these opening stages. Hopefully he can bounce back very, very soon, because we love a bit of Beans F1 action, don't we? Well, Kremnestro, first time I've said his name on this stream. He's on the back of Maka, trying to get past the racing point. Bit of a train here forming for 10th place. As someone's coming to the pits, that's just Dylan Boy. So that is the first of the front runners then to come into the pit lane as Gogglesaw gets a 3-second tyre penalty. Just Dylan Boy, let's see what tyres he goes on. Medium tyres in the hands of the Renault crew there, as 5-second penalty for Leclerc for speeding in the pit, and he's left. Oh dear, oh dear. So something's happened to him actually. I wonder what's happened to Leclerc, because he was gaining some places. I wonder if he got front wing damage maybe. As FRC Lost Miss has made his way past Starfish now. We've also got side by side a bit further back. I didn't quite catch it. But yeah, so FRC Lost Mist up into the top 6 now, ahead of the Starfish, who loses 1 place out of that. So FRC Lost Mist started 10th, is now up to 6th position as JRT Barker is now... JRT Barker's been passed by Basilisk! Well, that is mad! That is madness! I didn't expect that. JRT Barker, last time I looked, was leading this very, very comfortably, but he is not happy with that. Here he comes back up the inside of Basilisk, retakes the lead of the race, but Basilisk is still on the back of him. Jet Belly 1 also joining the party. We've got a 3-way battle for the lead at the moment. This is cracking stuff in ABS Tier 3. JRT Barker currently leads them, but he's gone a little bit deep there. Or maybe not quite as deep as I thought. I thought he'd gone fairly deep, but I think that's the just the strange racing line around this track as they come through Sector 3. Will any of them peel off into the pits? Yes, they do. Jet Belly 1. The first of the current top 3 to come into the pits. We can see an undercut there from Jet Belly 1. I mean, the main question is just Dylan Boy, because he was the one to pit, wasn't he? He's on fresh mediums, as there's also changes of position further back. Fildrum also into the pits. So yeah. Let's see then. Where will just Dylan Boy come? It's a fairly long pit lane around here at France. The speed limit is quite low, so it does take quite a while for a pit stop. Here comes just Dylan Boy down the main straight. We'll see where does he come in comparison to Jet Belly 1. Yeah, Jet Belly 1 easily ahead of him in 14th. So just Dylan Boy undercut, not really paying off there for the Renault driver. Jet Belly 1 is ahead and in 13th position, just overtaken the AI Mercedes. Further up the front, let's see any position changes down this main straight, because this is where the most of the overtaking is happening. Utah Elephant under pressure from the Starfish as they go into the chicane. Starfish up the inside of Utah Elephant. Starfish versus Elephant. Starfish is goated. Elephant not so much. Starfish up into 4th position. I believe the other Red Bull was trying to make a move on MNK Boy maybe, or he was defending from Charlie, I think. I couldn't quite see. But yeah, Dayrob stays in 7th position. Both Red Bulls running in the top 7 at the moment, so nice stuff from the Red Bull team. Currently 2nd lowest in the overall constructors, about 100 points ahead of Haas. Moving on. But yes, so yeah, as they all come now towards... oh, someone's got off actually. Who is... Oh my god, is it Haas? No, it's not. It's Kremnestro who's off. Something right for Hayton on me. But yeah, he's in 11th, and he has broken his front wing. How can you manage to break your front wing at France? How? But he's managed it, so he's into the pits now from 11th position. A lot of other drivers coming in as well. JRT Barker comes in for the hards. So JRT Barker is attempting a one-stop strategy. Basilisk has stayed out, so has FRT Lost Miss, but FRT Lost Miss started on the mediums, so he will be going for a fair while longer. Let's see, does Jet Belly undercut JRT Barker? Yes, he does! So that is huge. Jet Belly has undercut JRT. For God's sake, the stupid camera system. But yeah, so Jet Belly is ahead of JRT Barker now. JRT Barker can go to the end though, so that could prove crucial. But Jet Belly, we'll have to see what his pace is like compared to Barker. We'll ride on board with Barker now. He will have DRS on the AlphaTauri in front of him. Jet Belly's just undercut him, but I'm sure JRT Barker won't be too happy about that. And he activates his DRS, so he is going to be gaining on the AlphaTauri in front of him. But I don't think he'll be gaining too much, not quite enough. As in the background, just Dylan Boy and Fildrum going side by side into the chicane. Renault Power versus Renault Power, and it's the Works Renault that gets past and up into 11th place ahead of the ABS McLaren go-to team leader, Fildrum. So yeah, anything you want to discuss, Mr. Swinners 28?
I don't think so. Has Fildrum served his through? He must have done.
I would assume that he must have, as MNK Boy comes into bits now. Actually, no, we'll look at the stops. We'll have a see. So Fildrum, no, he hasn't. So he hasn't made a pit stop yet, unless that's an actual stop. I don't know, it's confusing. But yeah, I would assume that he hasn't, as FRT Lost Missed now gets a 3-second time penalty. And yeah, I believe Fildrum's in now. So, but the McLaren team are waiting for him. So that's sus. Basilisk is disconnected. Swinners, get him back, Swinners, get him back, get him back, get him back, get him back, get him back. Get Basilisk back, Mr. Swinners 28, because that is the man that is running quite high up in this race. We need him back as quickly as we possibly can. He's in the pit lane at the moment, running 15th, but he is an AI, so he'll be losing tons and tons of time. Meanwhile, at the front, Starfish and Dayrob, the two Red Bull teammates, going at it for second position. Dayrob is ahead of Starfish, I believe. Yeah, they swapped position, I think. So yeah, Dayrob up into second place, but that is only provisional because they have not made a pit stop yet. We'll put on the tyre graphics now so you can all see where everyone is at, as JRT Barker, the only man in the top 10 on the hards at the moment. Oh, Starfish is out! So just, for God's sake, just as we went off at the Red Bulls, Starfish crashes. So yeah, that is Starfish, the man who was running third. He is now out of the session, so that is massive. Could that be a safety car? Doesn't look like it, unfortunately. I was hoping for one, but we're not getting one. When do I ever get what I want? Let's see. What does that cause any action in the pit lane? No, it doesn't. So FRT Lost Miss and Dayrob stay out. So too does Charlie, Maka, Bleak Boot, Bosch. Yeah, that's it. So the top 5 will stay out. Jet Belly is still the current provisional race leader in 6th position on those fresh medium tyres, but Barker is right behind him on those fresh hards, and just Dylan Boy not too far behind either, as in the background the 2 alls ears. That's a half spin for the Haas of, I believe, Jasper. Is Jasper a lap down? Yes, I think he is. How the hell has he managed to get a lap down?
That's quite impressive.
In
the wrong
10
way.
laps. That is seriously impressive. I'm not going to lie, as he spins again now. What on earth? Is he like... He's like getting hit, but he's ghosted.
It could be lag.
That's an interesting one. And he's now stationary in the middle of the road, so I would imagine that is lag. That's kind of ironic, actually, because he said in the ABS Haas Discord that his internet was getting better, but I suppose not. He's now parked by the side of the road, so... Not sure what that is. Maybe he will get going again, but if he doesn't, then that's a weird one, because he should be disqualified by now. And he's now in the pit lane. What is going on? Can you see this as well, Swinners?
Yeah, I've got no idea what's happening.
He's stationary on the main straight. He's just... Actually, no. He's just said in the ABS Haas Discord, lag is horrendous. So yeah, he's sitting stationary in the middle of the road. So I would say that's one way of putting it, horrendous. But yeah, he's running 19th. Well, I say running, he's stationary. He's sitting stationary in 19th position, a lap down. So Jasper hasn't had a great season. I expected more from this season after the back of last season. But I think this grid has just gotten so much more competitive. So that would be wise. JLT Barker now sets the fast lap of the race and gets past Jet Belly 1. So JLT Barker back up into the provisional lead of the race. Jet Belly 1, he got the undercut, but it's all evaporated before his eyes. And JLT Barker is now back up ahead of him. But Jet Belly 1 will have the infamous DRS down the next straight, and it is a very long straight indeed, so that will help him very much. So let's see then, how does Jet Belly 1 want to play this? Does he want to be aggressive, or does he want to sit behind JLT Barker and preserve his tyres? Well, we'll find out in just a minute's time as they go down the main straight. And I've just realised I haven't put the telemetry on. Am I an idiot? Yeah, I am. But yeah, Jet Belly 1 has decided to play it safe and doesn't go for a return overtake on JLT Barker. So JLT Barker remains the provisional race leader. The top 5 all not coming in for a pit stop yet. So that is... So that top 5 will be switching around very, very soon indeed. As actually, FLT Lost Misters got past Dayrob. Or has he? Was he already ahead? Am I an idiot? I can't remember. As Jasper leaves the session out, and FRC Lost Miss, the current race leader, does come in to the pits then to make his one and hopefully only pit stop. Dayrob stays out, so the Red Bull driver now takes the lead of the race. Charlie comes in, so does Bleak Boot Bosch. I believe Maka stays out. So Maka, he stays out to take second place. He's going for a potential overcut on his nearest rivals. So yeah, JLT Barker back up into the top 3. Only has Maka and Dayrob ahead of him now. But those two obviously needing to make a pit stop, so they will be behind him in just a couple of laps time, I would imagine. Did Basilisk rejoin?
I mean, I invited him. I don't think he has rejoined.
I'll have a look. The answer to that is no. So yeah, maybe he left on purpose. Well, I don't know.
I'll invite him again. So, see if he joins again.
That's weird because he was running quite high up, I believe. But yeah, we got a bit of a McLaren team battle going on here. Fildrum versus this guy. As they go through sector 1. It looks like Fildrum has got quite a lot of overspeed on his teammate though, so it will be fairly difficult for this man to overtake his Beans
just yes,
Goggles. Yep, Goggles saw him. Beans. I was just about to go on to that. I saw it on my timing screen. So yeah, Beans F1 back up into P9, and Basilisk has rejoined.
There we go.
Albeit quite a few laps late. So he has lost a lot of ground thanks to that. And who the hell is JLT White?
Have a look. I think he might be a reserve.
Well, he's a bit late then, isn't he?
Just a bit.
Oh, Maka's got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, so that's not what he would have wanted. Dayrob is also in, so that will be JLT Barker retaking the lead of the race. Dayrob's gone for hard, so he's going for a one-stop. Maka... What's Maka gone for? Oh yeah, Maka's gone for hard as well. Maka's changing his front wing. So yeah, Maka's had incidents somewhere. So he's lost extra time in the pit lane then, changing that front nose. So yeah, that's not the best, because he got a 5-second for speeding in the pit lane and he had to change his front wing, so it's a much longer stop than he would have liked. As meanwhile, Beans F1 and Gogglesaw going at it still for what has now become P8, as Gogglesaw got past him actually, but Beans F1, jeez! The overspeed from Beans F1 there. Nearly got past Gogglesaw. Gogglesaw with quite a late defensive move there, just about stays ahead of the Mercedes driver. Beans F1 was trying to catch his rival off guard there, but Gogglesaw saw it coming and went to defend, albeit a little bit late though. So Beans F1 may not be very happy with that. Something has happened. What the... Oh, Dayrob has got past Utah Elephant, but Utah Elephant much older tyres than Dayrob, so relatively easy pass for the Red Bull driver. Gogglesaw has stayed ahead of Beans F1. Charlie's joining this party for P8 now as well. Gogglesaur's got quite a good exit out there, so Beans F1 will have to wait just a little bit longer to overtake the Haas car right in front of him. Gogglesaur's recovered pretty well actually, because that spin at the start puts him quite a long way down, as Bleak Boot Bosch and Maka going side by side now. Maka gets ahead and up into 11th place. Bleak Boot Bosch on 1 lap older tyres than the Racing Point ahead of him. So fairly similar, but it looks like Maka is the quicker driver at this stage of the race. Please, almighty F1 lords, can we have a safety car, please? Because I want some interesting action. As FRC Lost Miss now sets the fast lap of the race. So So yeah, FRT Lost Miss looks like he means business at the moment. He will be trying to gain on the top two, who are actually not separated by much. Jet Belly not dropping off very much from JLT Barker, so he's lying in wait, Jet Belly. He's like a tiger waiting to pounce, although it's quite a weird comparison comparing Jet Belly 1 and a tiger, because a tiger's kind of like majestic stuff, Jet Belly not so much. But you get what I'm saying. Like Jet Belly, he's lying in wait. You could see his prey in front of him, which is JLT Barker, and he's waiting for the right moment to pounce. And when he does, he'll take the lead of the race, I suppose. Obviously. But Jet Belly does have to make another pit stop. So if I were him, I'd probably just get on with it and try and drive away into the distance. But yeah, we're looking at the pace. I mean, he's kind of struggling to keep up with Barker, even though he's on softer compound tyres. So this may be just it for Jet Belly 1. This may be his maximum pace. This may be the Tiger's maximum speed, if you will. I've actually seen what Jet Belly looks like. He's got quite a lot of facial hair, so you could compare him to a tiger. But yeah, but he's still in the DRS of JLT Barker, so he's sitting in there. He's lying in wait. But look at this. FLT Lost Miss, we're on board with him right now. He can see the top two just about in the distance, and he's gaining on them because the gap last time I looked was about 4 seconds. It's now 3.7, so he's gained a little bit. Jet Belly will have to pit again, so FLT Lost Miss is currently running second, technically. But Barker, we'll have to see. If Jet Belly and Barker fight, then that will help FRT Lost Miss a little bit more as they go past the lapped Jasper Plays 999. Literally every time I turn on the tier 3 stream, I always see Jasper running last as an AI. It's painful. Oh my god. Is that... Oh god, kill me. Goggle saws off. Stay calm. Stay calm.
Oh dear.
Kill me, honestly. Beans F1 and Charles, I wonder if he had contact with anyone. Beans F1 was the man he was fighting with last time I looked. Beans F1 slipped down actually, because he wasn't behind Maka and Bleep, but I wonder if he did have contact with Gogglsaw then. Because Beans F1, last time I checked, was running 8th, now he's running 10th. So, not sure what's happened there. We'll have to look after the race as Gogglsaw is now passed by Fildrum. How embarrassing. I guess it's not that embarrassing. Fildrum's pretty quick. But Gogglsaw not in any mood to yield as Basilisk, after his disconnection, sets the fastest lap of the race now. Basilisk means business, but he's kind of running 15th by a long way, actually. I just realised. He's near... Yeah. Oh, that's a shame, because he was running quite high up as Just Dylan Boy is now... Oh, he spun! I thought he was going into the pit, so Just Dylan Boy has had an incident on the final corner. So Just Dylan Boy has spun round for whatever reason. Beats F1's into the pits. So that's why he just got past two people, because obviously you are slightly ahead, because the way this pit lane is just the way it is makes it a little bit shorter than the racing line, but of course you lose more time. And that actually, that instills my belief that Beans F1 had contact with Gogglsaw.
Yeah.
He's just come in to change his wing. And those medium tyres can last much longer than 9 laps. So, yeah, Beans F1 not quite being the man, the myth, the legend that he usually is. He's down in 13th. Gogglsaw also into the pit, so it goes from bad to worse fast, as it always does. Happy times. But yeah, back to the action then. What is going on for the battle for the lead? And I'll tell you what's happening. JLT Barker's driven away into the distance, because he's now got a 3-second gap to Jet Belly 1, which I was not expecting, because it looked like Jet Belly was keeping up fairly well. So it looks like the Tiger has run out of breath in terms of Jet Belly, as Basilisk sets another fastest lap of the race. Basilisk, that's a shame, because setting those laps as Jet Belly comes into the pits now, that shows the pace he had. But he never got to use it because he disconnected. Yeah. Sprinters 28, he just took too long to invite him back. Yeah, I put him out the running.
Yeah. I did invite him twice. So.
Yeah. I didn't expect him to rejoin, to be honest. But yeah, Jet Belly into the pits then, puts on a fresh set of medium tyres. So too in the background does Just Dylan Boy. He is also into the pits. He was running 7th. He's now into 10th, and probably will drop back a little bit more as the two McLarens come around the final corner, and they will probably get ahead as well. Just keeping an eye on FRT Lawsmith. The gap is currently 3.9 seconds to JRT Barker. Obviously, these two fighting for the championship. So FRT Lawsmith, he wants to get a move on, but he's got 6 seconds of penalties, whereas JRT Barker's got none. So FRC Lawsmith not quite on form, maybe as much as he usually is, because like he's getting penalties, just not driving like perfectly clean, like not as clean as in taking people out, but like his actual driving, like staying within track limits and stuff. Whereas JRT Barker is, and JRT Barker is keeping it nice and controlled out there in first position. As we've got 10 laps to go now, so we're approaching towards the end. It will be 9 laps very soon as JRT Barker crosses the line as Crim Nestro gets a 3-second time penalty. Dayrob's running a solid 3rd at the moment. He doesn't have to stop again. So his 3rd place is fairly well protected at the moment, because the two behind him, the two Alfa Romeos, the Kimi Raikkonen and Antonio Giovinazzi of ABS running together in 4th and 5th. They do have to pit. So for Alfa Romeo, it raises the question, which one do you pit first? Because, well, I'm not sure if they're in party together or not, but MNK Boy is ahead of Utah Elephant. I would imagine it will be Utah Elephant that comes in, because he is behind his teammate, but his tyres are older, so it's a bit of a sticky one still, as some would put it. So we'll have to see how that one plays out. Macca's running a fairly lonely 6th. Actually, no, he's got Bleep Bosch for company in the AlphaTauri. We'll stay with this because I have to see, because Bleep Bosch is quite close to the back of Macca, so he could have a go down this next straight. He does have some ERS, but not quite as much as Macca. So Macca goes over to the left-hand side to try and break the toe. Yeah, I don't think Bleep Bosch is in any position to overtake at this particular moment in time. Charlie is running 8th, or was running 8th, as I say. Jet Belly is now on the attack as he tries to go around the outside. Jet Belly swoops around the outside of Charlie and up into 8th position. Charlie drops down to 9th, but still running in the points for Williams, so solid stuff. Fildrum runs 10th for McLaren with his teammate in 11th, a couple of seconds behind. Just Dylan Boy in the Renault after his spin and his pit stop. Now running in 12th. Something's out. Charlie's out. Charlie's out. Okay. I didn't see what happened.
He took a very interesting line into.
Ooh, safety car. Yeah, I didn't see it. I just saw. That has played into Alfa Romeo's hands, hasn't it? I mean, they're double stacking, so it's not quite as good. But they're gonna gain time. At least MNK Boy is. So yes, that's safe. But you know what it is? It's because of my prayer to the F1 Lords earlier on.
That's exactly what it was.
It's exactly what it is. And to be honest, the Alfa Romeo thing could ruin Macca a little bit as well. Actually, now Utah Elephant's got into the box quick enough so he doesn't block Macca. So yeah, a little bit of action in the pit lane. Bleep Bosch also into the pits. You know what? That's the worst possible timing for Jet Belly, I think, because Jet Belly and Dylan Boy, because they pitted the lap before, didn't they?
Yeah.
Or 2 laps before, I should say, and now it's kind of, yeah, it's not been too great. And Jet Belly's got 2 Alfa Romeos behind him on fresh softs. But you know who it will really scare? It will really scare the top 3, because they're on hards. And this is not what they would have wanted. Because they've now got, well, Jet Belly the Tiger in 4th behind them, with mediums, which are obviously faster. The 2 Alfa Romeos, Bleep Bosch, Macca, Fildrum, just Dylan Boy, Beans, Crim Nestra, everyone behind them is on fresh tyres. So the top 3 will be sweating a little bit at the moment. And also, it's good news for Basilisk, because it brings him back into the running.
Yeah.
So I have to see if he can fight his way through.
Yeah, I bet JRT Barker would be very happy with that. He had quite a nice lead, especially when FRT Lawsmith has 6 seconds penalties behind him. As JRT Barker comes into the pits, I start putting at the soft spot.
So does FRT Lawsmith and Dayrob, which is the obvious choice. Obvious choice to do, obviously. Let's see then. Jet Belly won't jump though. I won't imagine. Yeah, he's too far back. Luckily for the top 3, the Delta is still on. Or I think it may have just disappeared now, actually. No, it hasn't. So yeah, the top 3 are quite well protected from that. So they're now all on softs. Jet Belly stays out. It was really difficult. It was the worst possible timing for Jet Belly, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. He probably could have come in. I don't know. He would have lost position to the Alfa Romeos. Jet Belly has gained a position, actually. He's got ahead of Dayrob. So Jet Belly is up into the top 3 again, but Dayrob has got fresh softs on. So he will be a very speedy boy indeed in the Red Bull. So, yeah. So they're all catching up to the safety car now. They'll all be queuing up behind it. And interestingly, the AI has come back in. So the AI I'll attempt it. Ik Verlies, who's 15th. So that will not be what FRC Lost Miss wants, because he's going to be stuck behind it, isn't he?
Yeah.
So that might lose him a little bit. Why is there position changes on the safety car? Oh, just Dylan Boy's in. That's why. Why has he gone for fresh mediums? That's an interesting play.
Mate, I expect what he's done is he's forgot to make sure he's selected the softs.
Yeah.
Which is not ideal, but
if he was serving a 5-second, I would understand, but he didn't look like he was. So it's a weird one. I don't understand the logic behind the 3 drivers that went on the mediums. Bleep, Blush, Maka and Fildrum, because the softs can easily make it to the end. It will be, well, it's 7 laps to go right now, which is easily enough for the soft, and it will be even less than that because there's still, well, the furthest driver behind is Basilisk, and he is a long way behind. So the safety car won't go for at least 2 or 3 laps. So it will either go when Basilisk catches up, or if he doesn't catch up, it will go in about 2 or 3 laps time. So the softs can easily make it to the end. So yeah, interesting strategies from the medium runners at this point in time. I'll just have a look at the Discord. No, actually no, I won't have a look at the Discord. Go away, Discord. I'm going to have a look at the Twitch chat. So everyone say hello. We've got 9 viewers. Let me turn on the Twitch chat. There we go. So I put the Twitch chat on now. So to the 9 of you that are watching, Jarv says sup. Sup, Jarv. Sexy Finnish boy. Sausage Rolls says, well, because of the way my Twitch is set up, I can't see that word. It's blurred out. So it on my screen it just says monkeys. Sam Cole says no. Go suck your mum. Sausage Rolls does it again. Sam Cole also doing it. Sam Cole says ape. Good input. I like that. It says, I can't see it, Jarv.
you can just
I
click on
can't
it.
see what it
You
says.
can just click on it and then it comes up with a little thing that says show message.
Oh, yeah. It says come. Huh. See what the other ones say. Swear word off. Swear word. Come, monkeys. Oh.
Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, yeah. Good input from so I don't know, Sausage Rolls. Could you please clarify who you are? Are you in ABS? Because I've never seen someone in ABS called Sausage Rolls. I do like Sausage Rolls. Do you like Sausage Rolls?
I love a good sausage roll, especially from Greg's. Good
Yeah,
sausage roll.
there is no better place to get a sausage roll from other than Greg's. Of course, Jarv will be very confused because I doubt there's a Finnish Greg's. That's Alex, he said. Oh, gay ass kid. Oh, okay, right. Safety car is in this lap. And yeah, there's a lot of swear words now being thrown at Chris. You're a swearing swear word. Come nipples. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
To you too, Sam. Right then, let's go again. Jet Belly's got a 5 second. Why has Jet Belly got a 5
I
second?
believe it was
For
ignoring the yellow flags.
oh dear, okay. Hopefully Jet Belly can get that removed then. Right then, so JLT Marker leads them through Sector 3 then to begin the safety car restart. 6 laps to go, but it will be 5 laps when we cross the line. So not too long to go at all. So the safety car is in the pits now. So JLT Barker can go, and look, he's gone immediately as they go into the final corner. Look at the jump JLT Barker has got, and you know what? That's actually quite tactical from JLT Barker because he's gone early. FLT Lost Miss is stuck behind the AI for even longer. Look at the gap he's got, 2.8 seconds. That was smart from from Barker, I have to say. Dayrob is right on FRT Lost Mist tail as they go into turn. Whoa, that was very, very close to disaster. Dayrob goes in way too deep, and that could give Jet Belly further encouragement, and it does, because Jet Belly is alongside the Red Bull, the two sister Red Bulls, as they go into turn 4, maybe? I'm not sure. And now the Alfa Romeo of Utah Elephant is on the back of Jet Belly, as well as one of the Renaults has got. Is that both Renaults that have gone off?
It's Basilisk.
Oh no, it's Basilisk. I thought it might have been both. But yeah, so it's only Basilisk on his return after his disastrous disconnection earlier on. He is now back down in 14th place. Oh dear. He's had pace today, Basilisk. It's just not gone his way. Jet Belly has stayed ahead of the two speedy Alfa Romeos right behind him. Or does he? Because here comes Utah Elephant. Jet Belly weaving all over the place, trying to keep the Alfa Romeo behind. Oh, Jet Belly. That was a bit close there. Utah Elephant probably won't be too happy with that, as Jet Belly is practically being pushed now through the corners, but he somehow stays ahead. Or does he? Utah Elephant finds a way up the inside. There's contact. Jet Belly one forced out a little bit there. Will Jet Belly send it up the inside? Yes, he does. That was... oh, dear. Jet Belly. Why'd you do that, bro? I think, as much as I like Adam, I think that was a little bit too desperate. I think Utah Elephant had the position and Jet Belly just tried his best to stay in there, and he's kind of thrown away points, and I believe he's given up now. So yeah, unfortunate for Jet Belly. It all unraveled after that unfortunate timing of the safety car, and FRT Lost Mist is catching JLT Barker just slightly, because the gap at the safety car restart was 2.8 seconds. It's now 2.5 seconds. He's gained 0.2 of a second, but he needs to gain faster than that. He's now down to 2.4 seconds. This could still not be over yet. We'll have to see. Dayrob's running a lonely-ish third place, so don't count him out just yet, because he's keeping with FRT Lost Mist for the time being. Utah Elephant and his teammate, as Basilisk now retires. But yeah, the two Alfa Romeos still sticking together in 4th and 5th. This will be a great result for Alfa Romeo if they can bring it home. Not sure where they are in the constructors, but I have no idea. So I can't say if they're doing good or bad or not, but whatever the case, this will be a decent haul of points for them, as yeah, yellow flags. That's just Basilisk retiring. Bleakby Bosch running 6th behind the two Alfa Romeos. Maka 7th, Fildrum 8th, so that's a decent comeback for him. Beans F1 and Gogglesaw, the two old foes after their assumed contact from earlier, back at it again, fighting for 9th position. Beans leads Gogglesaw, but will Gogglesaw be leading Beans in a couple of moments' time? We'll have to stick around to find out. Criminestro running 11th at the moment, just behind them, just Dylan Boy, after what was a good race at the start, but just unravelled. I mean, it's all unravelled in general for Renault today, hasn't it? For both of their drivers. But yeah, just Dylan Boy runs 12th at the moment, but he doesn't have a time penalty, so that could promote him up the order. Jet Belly has not given up, actually. He's just gone into fresh soft, so I'd imagine he's going for a fastest lap attempt. For whatever reason. Actually, no, he may have time penalties, maybe. Well, it's only 3 seconds, so that's an interesting one. Beans F1 has got 11 seconds, so is Fildrum. That's a lot. I've just looked at the penalties. I haven't looked at them all race, to be honest. So, if I'm honest, I think JLT Barker has got this one in the bag. FRT Lost Mist is catching him, but he's got 6 seconds of time penalties. Yeah. So I don't think he can pull that much. So yeah, this is looking very, very nice indeed for JLT Barker. But don't count out Dayrob. He's only got 3 seconds, and he's kind of keeping with FRT Lost Mist at the moment. So it could come good for him. He's currently running 2nd on time penalty, so all he needs to do is stick with FRT Lost Mist, and then he can get it. Utah Elephant runs 4th with 3 seconds. MNK Ball has got none, so he will be promoted a little bit up the order because of his teammate's time penalty. Sorry, got something stuck in my throat there. Sweaters, do the commentary.
So yeah, FRT Lost Mist is still catching. Jesus Christ. FRT Lost Mist is nearly within a second. It's slightly dropping back now, but
Adam has given me the curse of his pizza. I'm not sure if you've seen, but he choked on his pizza once when he was commentating with me. So yeah, he made a funny noise. Now I've emulated him as Criminestro and Beans F1 going side by side into toe. Beans F1's round. Oh dear, Beans F1, the Mercedes driver. Oh, I feel bad for him.
What happened? Was there contact?
Contact, yeah, with Crimnestro. I'm not entirely sure whose fault it was because I only cut to it as it was in motion. So yeah, I didn't see the full thing. And Beans F1 with 11 seconds of time penalties hasn't really got a chance of points now. I don't think as Just Dylan Boy now gets past Gogglesaw down the back straight. Gogglesaw, get him back, get him back. Actually, no, Gogglesaw's got 9 seconds time penalty, so he's completely screwed as well. Lovely. So yeah, nothing else going on really. Everyone else is being fairly well behaved as Beans F1 gets a 10-second time penalty. I would imagine he's given up completely now. Look at this. Look at Lost Mist. Yeah, that's Gogglesaw. Oh, for God's sake. Kill me, kill me, kill me. So right then, so FRT Lost Mist is gaining on JRT Barker, as I said before. He's nearly within 1 second, which will enable DRS for the Ferrari driver. But as I said before, 6 seconds, too much to overcome. But hopefully we can get a battle on the track. If we could get a finish like we had in Tier 1, where everyone just died on the final lap, I mean, it wouldn't be great, because Jarv would probably shoot them all, but I mean, it would be... Actually, no, that would be fun. Jarv do shoot them all. But it would be fun to watch. So I hope we see a bit of last lap action. FRT Lost Mist just slightly outside the range of the 1 second mark. He's run wide again, so he's not too far away from a 9-second time penalty, I don't think, at this point. I wish I could see warnings without looking at the race director. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of paying off that Jetbelly stayed in, because he's up to 11th now. It's Bleak Blue Bosch and Fildrum going side by side. Fildrum up into 6th position ahead of Bleak Blue Bosch. He's going to need to do a very detailed Microsoft Paint race report on the ABS McLaren Instagram after this, I'm sure, with this kind of result. Obviously his teammate running 9th, so currently a double points finish for McLaren, or will it? Because here comes Bleak Blue Bosch back down the outside of Fildrum. Doesn't quite get the move done, so Fildrum retains 6th position for the time being, as we're now coming on to the final lap of the race. JRT Barker leads FRT Lost Mist, leads Dayrob, leads MNK Boy, leads Utah Elephant, leads Fildrum, leads Bleak Blue Bosch, leads Maka, leads Crimnestro, leads Just Dylan Boy, last but not least, Jetbelly 1. Right then, so 1 lap to go. The gap is 1.3 seconds between JRT Barker and FRT Lost Mist. He needs to get within that DRS if he wants to get ahead on time penalty. Well, not on time penalty, on track. I think it's out of reach, and I'm receiving an insight which is definitely not from the ABS Haas team chat. Gogglesaw says he was spun by an Alpha, then spun by a Williams, and then clarted by a McLaren. So, I'm not sure. I've never heard that word before, clarted. But yeah, he doesn't seem too happy about it.
As Utah Elephant,
that is why Gogglesaw has given up.
And
yes, Utah Elephant. Yep, he does. So MNK Boy now down to 5th. But MNK Boy doesn't have a time penalty, so he'll be promoted ahead of his teammate anyway. If we had a couple more laps to go, this battle for the top 3 could have turned out to be good. But I don't think it is, unfortunately. So JRT Barker, FRT Lost Mist, and Dayrob in a class of their own at the moment. 2 Alfa Romeos running in formation behind them, but still quite a few seconds adrift. So then, JRT Barker. Was his name before Thermal BRKR?
Yeah.
Is that the same guy?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so. Right then, so through the final corner for JRT Barker. FRT Lost Mist did throw everything he could at him, but JRT Barker will survive, and JRT Barker for Williams takes the win here in ABS Tier 3. Dayrob comes home for 2nd on time penalty, and FRT Lost Mist is demoted to 3rd place. MNK Boy gets 4th ahead of his teammate Utah Elephant. Bleak Blue Bosch is 6th ahead of Maka. I was about to say Fildrum, but it is Maka on time penalties. Fildrum, the Microsoft Paint master, is 8th ahead of his teammate Crimnestro in 9th. Just Dylan Boy does get a point for Renault. Jetbelly 1 is off the track, and please do some donuts. Do some donuts, Adam. Do some donuts. If you don't do donuts, you're gay. Not gonna lie, I think he's gay. I think he is actually, unless he's listening. Is he listening? Oh, wait, let's see. Does he do it? Do donuts. Come on, lad. Do donuts. I don't think he's doing donuts. I think he's here like fuel mode. That's what it is. And yeah, crashes into the wall. But since I did say if you don't do donuts, you're gay, Jetbelly won. Confirmed gay. So then, he comes home for 11th. Just outside the points, unfortunately for him. Quite an unlucky race for the AlphaTauri driver. Let's have a look back at the Twitch chat again.
Probably want to invite the top 3, don't we?
I can't invite them yet. I'll invite them when I can see the results.
Oh yeah.
Just looking at the chat, seeing what's happening. Sam Cole says useless elephant 36. Damn. Well then. Well, it was an interesting race. Your prediction was correct, Swinners.
Yep.
So maybe you are a time traveler and you looked into the future to see who was going to win.
Yep. I'm not going to predict
maybe
the result
that was
tomorrow because it probably won't end up the way I say.
It's pretty obvious who's going to win tomorrow, I think.
I know how I want it to be, whether it goes that way or not. But
well, I just realised Dayrell came from 20th.
Oh wow!
Wow, what a drive from him, 20th to P2, and he's just joined the party. If Ruben and Barker don't join, they are officially gay. So they're not gay. So hello Barker, hello Dayrell.
Wagwan.
If you could both include, did you just say Wagwan?
I did say Wagwan.
Wagwan, my guy. Right, include your audio, boss man.
I already have.
Oh, a legend.
In it.
Good stuff. We'll see if Ruben joins. I mean, it would be better to start with Ruben because he was third, and I usually like to go from third to first. But since he's not here, I guess I'll start with Dayrell. I mean, I saw you in third, yeah, and I was like, yeah, he's doing a pretty good job. I know you, Dayrell, because I've raced against you multiple times. I've never spoken to you though.
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw you running up in third. I didn't even know you raced in this. But yeah, you were running up in third, doing a pretty decent job, yeah. And then you came second on time penalties, and I thought that was good, yeah. But then I realised you came from 20th on the grid.
Yeah,
My guy, were you taking steroids?
I basically bottled every single quali lap because I was trying to start on the mediums because soft hard is impossible for me. So like I tried to start on mediums and just bottled every lap on them. But after that, got a decent start, held up behind, well, I think for a few laps. But apart from that, I was just sticking behind Ruben for most of it.
Do you think your pace was like superior to Ruben because you were sticking with him, or were you just like not? You knew that you didn't need to pass him because time penalties.
I wasn't trying to battle him. We were in party. It was pretty organised. I think I had pace over him. Some laps, other laps I was dropping a bit off, but I think overall I was pretty much the same pace as him.
And you say you were in a party with him?
Yeah,
Did he say why he hasn't joined this?
No, I don't think he was best pleased with his result, so I don't know if he's joining or not.
Oh, what a fat neat. Right then, I feel kind of disrespected by that. But thank you, Dayrell. Very well done to you today. You were officially goated. Right then, Wagwan, my driller, JRC Barker.
Safe.
Dayrell didn't even say goodbye. What a pussy-o fam. But yeah, I mean, that was a bit of a walk in the park, wasn't it, JRT Barker?
No, I was just really, really, really lucky. That safety car hadn't come out, I wouldn't have won.
Why?
It saved me. My tyres were like 4 laps older than his, and I knew I wouldn't be able to take those hards fully to the end without, slowing down. So I was expecting him to come past at some point because he was still catching, but I think the safety car, saved me.
I assume you're referring to Lost Mist.
Yeah.
Did you know that he had 6 seconds of time penalties though?
I did, but that kid can drive like an absolute mad lad when he wants to, and it intimidates me. So I had to, you know, cover all bases and try and keep him behind.
Yeah, I agree. Ruben is a pretty intimidating character.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, you're lucky, I suppose. The safety car did save you, and then of course at the safety car restart, you went pretty early because there was an AI behind you which kind of held up Ruben. Was that tactical that you went early, or just you just did that out of reflex?
No comment.
No comment. It was tactical. Then,
Don't
wasn't
hate
it?
the player, hate
Okay,
the
then.
game.
Well then, JLT Barker, an absolute wizard of keeping his rivals behind him, I suppose. Not got much to say to you. To be honest. Have you got anything to say to Winners?
I think so. Just good race. You're fast. Nice one.
Thank you. So were you, I think. Wait. No, you weren't. Fuck. Poo. Sorry, swearing. Oh.
He was commentating.
Yeah, I realised. The second I said it, I realised. I knew he was commentating at the start.
I'll take the points then.
Yeah, go for it. You can have my points. No, you
Perfect.
can't. You can have Ruben's.
He can put those points towards his Tier 4 championship.
Exactly. And then
You
I'll
can
take
put
the ones
Ruben's
tomorrow.
points
grateful for
towards
that.
it. Not mine. I need mine.
That will probably piss him off just a little bit more, so probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you, JLT Barker. Very well done to you. It was a
No
good
problem.
Drive. Wagwan,
Safe.
my driller.
Wagwan's a greeting.
Safe G.
This
I
kid.
know, but there isn't really a slang term for goodbye, is there?
No, just like safe. Bye.
Safe, my guy.
Isn't it? All right, safe.
Magnificent.
Very magnificent. Now it's just me and Swinners in the party again. So I guess this is a suitable point to end then. Thank you all very much for watching, apart from Alex. 'Cause fuck that guy. But yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for ABS Tier 4. With this man in the party with me, Swinners28, who will probably be dominating, let's be honest. unless Surfy crashes into him while crashing himself out. But we'll have to see about that, so be sure to catch us tomorrow. And in terms of ABS Tier 3, you probably won't see me next week, but whoever is there next week, I assume it will be Tony and whoever. But yeah, they will see you next week when ABS Tier 3 returns.